We are producing a lot more data than we're capable of storing today. We think that to put a dent on the problem, we need a radical new solution. And so we're looking at DNA as one such solution.
And one of the reasons that we're using DNA is its density is orders of magnitude higher than anything that exists today. Its reliability and resiliency, and then it has relevancy. We think that as long as there are humans alive, we'll care about reading our own DNA. That means that we'll have a storage format that will be with us that will always be relevant.
We have been working on using DNA for data storage for several years.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. Haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, as I do this video, we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back slightly. We know we have CME tonight. We know it's going to move the market. And then once yield rates get to moving, we know it's going to move the market again. But this week, guys, is going to be a roller coaster ride. We're going to have a decent pullback just because we're going to have Bitcoin and Ethereum futures contracts expiring. It's like clockwork. So if you're a trader, get yourselves in position. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates on Friday, which plummeted off of Jerome Powell news. We have the dollar down. We have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $312 billion on Friday. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. And we have Jerome Powell said exactly what the market wanted to hear. September rate cut is coming, and then also the rate cut cycle is coming. But guys, we know the damage has already been done in this economy. Yesterday, I was going to a restaurant I haven't been to in a while, but I normally go maybe once every 2 months. That restaurant is now closed. And a few weeks ago, there's a family food chain. People go and sit down and eat. And every time I pass there, it's normally a little packed. But it was closed. But every time I turn around, any type of retail company, food chains, they're all closing down. And the only thing left are these same big corporations. You can see the plan happening. Remember, guys, during the C word, these big corporations, the food chains, they lowered their prices while mom and pops had to increase their prices. Then when inflation came, they had to increase the prices even more. Now what's going on, guys? These big restaurant chains, these big corporations, now lowering their pricing. And of course, mom and pop has to stay up. So now you have these McDonald's, Burger King, all these restaurants now with these $5 deals. If you're not health conscious, who do you think is going to win that battle? It's very easy to see the plan. It's coming together. The only thing that's going to be left is these same big corporations. And that's the reason why it's so important to have groups of people that can put their money together, because you're going to be able to take advantage the same way the NWO will. Get everything pennies on the dollar. These big corporations have trillions and trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline, because they know a lot of people are going to be out of work. And of course, they have the solution. They're bringing in the machines. Remember, the slaves are in control because we control the economy. But once they bring in these machines, all the sheep's power go out the window. At least those who are not conscious. Those who are conscious know we always hold the power. And I'm going to get into that later. But remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs were up on Friday. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Digital Currency Group is debt-free. And Digital Currency Group just happened to make it through the storm. And we know that's just not by chance. We can clearly see why Grayscale was put there, and that was to allow BlackRock to take over. And you can go and look at Digital Currency Group's portfolio, and what do I teach you guys? Follow the money. Now we have Toncoin open interest surges 32% following Pavel's arrest. And of course, guys, the movie continues. And lastly, we have DNA computing breakthrough could turn living cells into functioning blockchains. And guys, is any of this new? Only thing we're doing is living backwards. I've told you that 100 times. DNA is nothing but software. And our DNA has records that are over 1 billion years old. And of course, Microsoft has been working on DNA storage. We hear Elon Musk speak about it all the time. And these data storages are pulling the data from you. The NWO definitely knows how powerful you are, and especially when it comes to melanin. Melanin is nothing but a microchip. If you knew how powerful you were, you wouldn't be falling for the devil's tricks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.